What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Bandai SH Figuarts the Joker from the Dark Knight Trilogy. Here you can see he does come packaged in the standard SH Figuart box. On the back we do have an image of the figure as well as some of his accessories, including a rocket launcher, knife, a card, and his gun. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have the Joker posed and out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually have a look at his accessories. He does come with quite a few options to display him with. For starters, he does come with the head that you see on him right now. He also does come with a slightly different head sculpt where the eyes are looking up. And then he also does come with a really smiling, big smile face. And that's all the options we have for his head. You can see there is a seam right here where we can just pop the head off and interchange it with the head you want. I'm probably going to have him displayed with this head because it looks probably the best. He also does come with quite a few hands. So let's actually talk about the hands he comes with. He actually does come with a pair of fist hands that he has on him outside of the packaging, a pair of relaxed grip hands, a pair of style pose hands, a pair of hands to grab his bazooka and his machine gun, a set of hands designed to hold his knife, and a set of hands designed to hold his playing card, and they all hold their accessories relatively well. And then let's actually talk about his accessories. His machine gun is done really well. It is the same machine gun that we see him firing at Batman while he's on the Batpod, and you can see I have the hand holding it right now, and the hand does go through the trigger guard really well, so I really do like that. He also does come with the bazooka that we see him firing at Batman, or at the police cruiser. He also does come with a knife. Probably the most intricate knife that he's used. It kind of looks like a potato peeler, so I do like that. And then finally, his last accessory is a really tiny playing card, which his hand holds it pretty well, but it has a lot of nice detail on it, but I am scared that if I misplace it or drop Joker, that card is lost forever. So if you're going to display him with the card, maybe display him in a case, because it probably is going to get lost somewhere. And before we go on to his detail, let's actually compare him to the only other Dark Knight Joker that I have at the moment, so let's stand him up really fast. And here he is next to the Dark Knight Movie Masters Joker, and you can see he's an improvement over this figure. Not that this was a bad figure, it's just that as time has gone on, it's starting to show how poor this figure was executed, but he was still a really nice figure when he came out. Now, this one does have a few details that this one is lacking. For starters, this one actually does have the chain in his pants, and you can see this one is missing it. Another detail that is missing is that this Joker does not have stripes going down his pants, which is a little unfortunate, but this one does do a better job at showing off the different hues in his pants, so I do like that. Moving off the Movie Masters Joker so we can get a good look at the Figuarts Joker. Now I'm going to say this right off the bat, the head sculpt looks a lot better than what the promo images showed. The promo images, it didn't look a thing like Heath Ledger, and I was honestly going to pass on the figure because of that. But having him in hand, it looks better in person than it did in those promo images. In fact, let me bring out this head just so you can see. It looks much closer to Heath Ledger's likeness, and I really do like that. So it's an example of when the prototype is lacking and then they go back and retweak the mold somehow, and it just looks much better, so I do like that. You can see his shirt is nicely painted. All those little designs in each of those hexagons. He has his gold tie with, again, those designs painted on. We go on to his vest, and this is something I like that every Joker has done so far, and it's really accurate to the movie, is that he's missing a button. He has 4 buttons, but the third one up is missing, so I do like that. Inside you can see they did detail his vest, so he does have the pouches. And then they kind of gave him his inner jacket that he is seen within the movie. He wears this purple jacket and then a dark blue jacket on the inside, so I do like that. You can see his coat. They also did his pockets. So really nice detail all over the figure. You can see even his jacket is like tapered into 3 parts. And again, the pants, they're missing that blue or the stripes, but I really do like the fact that they're not the same color as his jacket. And then they did a really good job detailing the inside of his jacket, so it's actually painted this metallic orange color. We go on to his feet here, and they do have a little feature to them. I really wasn't expecting this because I didn't see it on the promotional images, but he actually does have that hidden blade that we see him use in the movie. It looks like it's just a silver sticker placed on to the boot, but it does look really cool, and I'm really glad they found a way to incorporate that into it. You can see the knife is right there, and if I can show that off, he actually has one on both sides, and it just slides out like so. So if you don't want him displayed with it, you can actually just slide it back in, and it still looks like a normal boot. So really good job on Bandai's part to giving us that. Now let's actually move on to his articulation, because this is where he is a little lackluster, which is a shame to say because he's still a really nice looking figure. He doesn't have the best articulation in the world, and we'll actually show that off. Let's pull this head off. He has almost like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku joint where it's a double barbell or a barbell joint right here, but because of the way the hair is sculpted, you're not going to get too much movement down, and the way his head attaches, we don't get too much movement up forward there. Let's actually put one of the faces on, just so you can see what I'm talking about. And if you don't have it lined up perfectly, it does make it a little difficult putting on the faces, so be aware of that. But once you get it on, it's going to stay on. So yeah, we have a double barbell joint in his head, but you're mainly going to get that out of the ball joint in his neck. So we can turn his head side to side, can look up only about that far. He can look down more than he looks up, which I guess he really doesn't need to look up for any reason. He does have the traditional ball and socket joint right here, but the way his jacket is designed, it does get in the way, so that's only about how far his arm moves forward. That's about how far his arm moves back. It can drop down, go up, and then we also do get a hinge on that. And then it also does go do a full 360, but because of the jacket sculpt, it does jet it out at a really harsh angle. And if you're not paying attention, you will lose where that joint actually angles, and you can see it does not want to move now. Huh. Okay, I think that did it. Nope, not quite. But we do get a bicep swivel right here up high. He is single jointed at the elbow, but we do get quite a decent range. And then we do get a swivel right here, so I do like that that can actually help bring his arm in. We have the traditional swivel hinge joint here, so if you maneuver the joint, you can have an in and out or up and down joint. He has a ball joint right here in the torso, although it doesn't go that far. It goes that far back, that far forward. We do get some side to side on it. And then he also does have another ball joint right down here, and you can see it goes back pretty far, it goes forward, and that's mainly where you're going to get the articulation for him. He does have a swivel right here at the waist as well as up here at the top. Legs go out to about that far, but the jacket does hinder his articulation, which is to be expected. Legs go forward to about there, back to about there. Not really hindered by the jacket, because the jacket actually is split in the back. He does swivel at the ball joint, single joint in the knee, and then I think, yeah, we also do get a swivel joint here at the knee for a little more articulation. We have a ball joint in the, I believe it's a ball joint, because it does pivot side to side and back and forth. Really good. And then we do get a toe joint on him, but yeah, I was going to say it doesn't move that much, but you can see it actually works really well. So that's the Joker for you. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him on the stand, and then we'll go on to my final thoughts. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have the Joker posed for my final thoughts overall. I really like the way this figure came out. Originally, when I saw prototype images of this figure, I really wasn't too keen on picking him up because I didn't feel the likeness was there. But having him in hand now, that really did change my mind. I really do like the way this figure looks, and I'm really tempted to pick up the Batman that goes along with him. Now, I actually wasn't going to pick this guy up, like I said. My brother actually gave him to me for a Christmas gift, so it was really kind of him to do that. And it was a figure I really wasn't looking forward to, but I ended up liking a lot better than I did. So, overall, I really do recommend the SH Figuarts Joker if you're looking for a Joker for your Dark Knight display. And, like I said, this has enticed me to pick up Batman, so, you know, if it's a good figure and it makes me want to pick up more figures, it's a definite buy. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other SH Figuarts reviews. Hopefully you find something you like. As always, if there's a figure you want to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.